struggling. Do the right thing for Todd and Max for once! I am!
The night I killed my nurse wasn't the scariest part of my story. The real horror was realizing she had been planning my death all along. When Gwen first came into our home, she seemed like a welcoming presence, warm, kind, and helpful. But soon, I realized that her intentions were far darker. When Dr. Keller came to our house to deliver new crutches for Max after his old ones broke, which I later discovered was because of Gwen's sabotage, I saw tension between them. Keller looked at Gwen like she recognized her.
You look so familiar to me. Have we ever worked together?
No, I don't think so.
Even asked if they had met before, but Gwen denied it. I didn't think much of it at the time. Later that evening, I found out Gwen went to Dr. Keller's home. She confessed to Keller that they had met before, and then she killed her with a lethal drug overdose. Before killing her, Gwen told Keller she wouldn't let anyone stand in the way of her plans to take over my family. After Keller's death, things started to change. Gwen began manipulating me, pretending to be my husband, David, in video chats. And she even started drugging me. I didn't know it then, but she was making me seem disoriented and neglectful, trying to turn everyone against me. As time passed, I started getting messages saying that David was fake. I followed those clues until I met David Weber, who told me everything, that Gwen had once been his wife's nurse. That's when I realized who she really was. Meanwhile, Gwen was confronted by Karen, my friend.
I know what you're up to. How dare you walk into my house and assume you know me?
Your house?
Sorry, it's Todd's house.
Actually, that's
who warned her not to interfere with my marriage and even mentioned how Gwen seemed to be admiring Todd. Gwen's response was horrifying. She killed Karen, bludgeoning her to death with a vase.
Thanks for the warning.
Afterward, she took a knife and went to see David Weber. There, she admitted that she had made several advances toward him and revealed her role in his wife Laurel's death.
You told her to stop the treatment.
She had stage 4 cancer. It had already spread from her lungs to her bones to her brain. The chemo you had her on was just killing her faster. Laurel's only chance at life was spontaneous remission. She wasn't strong enough, so she died. But I made it painless. Most importantly, I was there when it happened. Mine was the last face she ever saw. I was her angel of death.
You're crazy.
When David told her she wouldn't get away with her actions, she stabbed him to death too.
I guess I'm your angel of death too.
Then came the climax of everything. Gwen made a move on my husband, Todd. He was upset after seeing me with David, thinking I was cheating on him. And though he was drunk, he still rejected her advances. The next morning, Gwen twisted the story, telling Todd that he had flirted with her and that she would just forgive him for it, blaming it on the alcohol. Around that same time, I started piecing everything together. I realized Gwen had been drugging me and pretending to be David. I saw one of her notes where she called Max "little guy," the exact nickname David had been using in our messages. That's when it hit me. It was her all along that I began recording video evidence of her actions. When she confronted me, I noticed a tiny speck of blood on her face. She stopped me from getting my car keys and insisted she'd take me to Max, saying he was at physical therapy. But she was lying again. During the drive, she revealed everything: how she wanted to have a family of her own, how she thought she found it with Todd and Max, and how she saw me as ungrateful and undeserving of them. She took me to her shack and finally admitted Max wasn't there. Then she confessed to killing Karen, Ida, Dr. Keller, and David. Gwen said she planned to kill me too and make it look like I had taken my own life out of despair. That's when I realized she wasn't just obsessed. she was completely gone. A fight broke out between us. She grabbed my throat with her bare hands, trying to choke me to death. I struggled, reaching for anything I could use to defend myself, and my hand landed on a tea kettle. I swung it at her with all the strength I had left. The blow hit her head, and she collapsed. Gwen was dead.